Well, let's now cross over to Islamabad, where we're joined now by our correspondent, Essa Naqvi. Essa, thanks for joining us. Now, the U.S. Special Representative Essa has already arrived in Islamabad, while the Taliban delegation is expected soon as well. What other details can you tell us?
Oh, well, it's a very important day, and it was just last week that Prime Minister Imran Khan in New York hoped that Taliban and the U.S. could once again revive the talks process that was scuttled last month. And it is in less than a week's time that Islamabad will today be hosting a talk between the United States and Taliban. The Taliban delegation is expected soon in Islamabad, while the special envoy on Afghanistan of President Donald Trump, Mr. Zalmay Khalilzad, he is here since yesterday, and they'll be holding important meetings. And although not a formal schedule of meetings between the Afghan Taliban's delegation, which is led by Mullah Abdul Ghani brother, and include important Taliban leaders, has been issued by the Foreign Office or has been issued by the spokesperson's office of Taliban. But the sources claim that it's not just a meeting with the US envoy. They are expected to hold some important meetings with the Pakistani officials. And if the things go through well, there is a possibility that the Afghan delegation might also call on Prime Minister Imran Khan, but that is not confirmed yet.
All right, so you've already told us why this meeting is crucial, Essa, but tell us at this point in time what we're expecting possibly to come out of all of this, out of this crucial meeting at this time, of course, after the presidential elections, after the U.S. At least paused the peace process.
I have also spoken with a few diplomats who are keeping a close eye on the talk process between Taliban and the US, and they believe that the very fact that Taliban delegation is coming to Islamabad and the Afghan envoy is already in Islamabad means that they will be meeting, and the process that was scuttled, and it was scuttled right at the time when it was expected that they were just about to sign a peace pact with the US. Now, if the talks are resuming, there could possibly be a resumption of the dialogue, which would lead to the signing of the deal that could not be signed last month. And also, since these are the two most important stakeholders of the three stakeholders, the main stakeholders in Afghanistan, the Afghan government, the Taliban, and the US, if two of them are on the same page, and then Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, in his visit to New York last month, in his meeting with President Donald Trump, he had already expressed the hope that once that deal is signed, he can play his role in bringing Taliban and the Afghan government on a table of negotiations. So if the things go well in the talks today in Islamabad, and we have a peace deal in some near future, then the next phase where Pakistan would be playing its part in bringing the two other stakeholders on table, that phase will start.
Very well, Essa. We, of course, appreciate you for us. That was Essa Naqvi speaking to us from the Pakistani capital.